Oh my God. I don't believe it. It's Katrina Porter.
Hey!
It's Katrina Porter? Well, for goodness sake, it's Katrina Porter. Hey, look! It's the one and only Katrina Porter. It's a dame over there. It's a dream dish of a dame. It's Katrina Porter. Hi, Katrina Porter. Disclaimer. Katrina Porter, help me! Hark! It's Katrina Porter.
Oh, Jesus, not this.
By the power of Shalindria's wand, it's Katrina Porter. By the power of Gay Skull, it's Katrina Porter. No. Holy penguin shit, it's Katrina Porter. Well, ain't you a sight for sore eyes? It's Katrina Porter. Well, ain't life a bitch? It's Katrina Porter. Hey, Katrina Porter.
Hey, Anna Serene.
Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
We did it.
I'm kind of emotional. I know it doesn't take much, but...
I am too. That's because of the tequila.
No, it's not. It's sentiment.
The sentimental tequila.
Oh my gosh.
Welcome to Split Happens, everybody.
Welcome, everybody.
For once, I'm not going to tell the rules or anything because we don't have to. This is a special episode.
We're freeball. Well, not
Whoa,
freeballing.
Gross.
Whoops.
Gross.
We're going rogue.
We are going to go over our favorite moments from our episodes and kind of the things that we remember and things we had to go over because we definitely didn't remember, which was a lot.
This is the first anniversary of our podcast.
It is.
Yeah.
We never missed a week.
No, which is crazy. We went through all the episodes.
You did.
All of them. 57,000 hours of recordings. And picked out the moments that we really loved. The moments that we thought were funny. The moments where we say shitty things to each other.
Maybe drank a little too much.
Drank too much. Maybe talked a little too much about people's appearance. You know, things like that. As you do.
We thought it would be fun.
Yeah.
Just a little stroll down memory lane.
We also have been fortunate enough to get questions from people about the podcast, which we love.
Yeah.
So we're going to sprinkle some of those in too.
That was nice.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. You want to talk real quick about how this magical being, this magical unicorn came to be?
I do.
Okay.
Since we're here.
What was the original name?
Our original name was, first of all, how dare you?
Because our original concept was we were going to take movies that we really liked that got less than, what was it, 50% on Rotten Tomatoes?
I completely forgot about that.
That was our initial concept.
I think because we were at Big Cork Winery.
Our favorite winery in the world it's in Roarsville, Maryland.
I'm sorry, where?
Roarsville. It sounds like Roarsville. It's near Boonesboro, Maryland.
Yeah, we thought about which movies do we love that have gotten a low rating, and we were shocked at some of them.
I think that's what happened at first. We got derailed by being pissed. Like, how did this what is wrong with people?
Yeah. Well, and then we started saying, well, we have to do this movie, and it actually got like 80%. We're like, well, I don't want to be hampered by this.
Right. We don't need restrictions.
So, and then eventually it just kind of came together. Lots of notes.
Lots of notes. Lots of wine.
Lots of wine and notes. And somehow we came up with exactly what we wanted. And then we recorded a bunch of episodes before we released them. And there it is. Mm-hmm. And then it was weekly.
Right. So one question that we got, what you're talking about, is how long does it take to record an episode?
Yeah. And I'm just going to say right out that this might be a little rough, a little choppy, because I'm not going to do a lot of editing with this one. So you're going to hear probably a lot of knee pops and things that I usually try to edit out. I swear.
Right. Sniffles.
Yeah. Throat clears and stuff like that. So it usually takes about maybe an hour and a half
in the
to
beginning,
2 hours.
In the beginning, it took us we would record for about 2 hours.
Sometimes longer.
Yeah. Because we were just, and we'll talk about it more later, but this is very new to us.
Yeah, it sure was.
And then we slowly got it down to anywhere between an hour, hour and a half.
Mm-hmm.
And then Anna takes the episode, edits out all the nonsense, edits in the clips. I mean, it's a ton of work.
And I researched so much about the legalities of clips and how much you could use and when you could use it and all that sort of thing.
For some reason, when you just said legality, it made me think of, and we'll put the clip in later, it made me think of your German Christopher Walken.
Ooh,
Legality.
my Christopher Walken, yeah. Can't wait. Oh, yeah, we'll talk about accents at some point. This is actually going to be a 2-part episode, which is that's another new one for us.
On our first anniversary, we're going to do our first 2-parter.
Anything else you want to say about the conception of this? We knew that we were going to record in your library. Oh, I know. We actually started with, we were going to do different cocktails to go along with each show, which with each movie, I was going to curate different cocktails for us to get schnockered on. And that immediately went away.
Yeah, that was a lot of work. And we also, what we did for the first couple episodes, when we were trying to figure out the flow of recording, we basically had the movie on, muted,
right.
and we're like, well, that's not very organic.
It really was just us watching the show and going, and now they're going to, and now they're doing, and then we just never released that.
Like, well, wait, is this boring as shit?
This is so boring.
Yeah, let's not do that.
What I love more than anything when I'm watching a movie is just having people explain it. So we don't do that anymore. You're welcome.
So the first 3 movies that we're going to roll some clips out on are The Crow, which was the first episode that we released, Warlock, and Time Bandits. The Crow was the first episode that we released. It was not the first episode we recorded.
We released that one first because we just had such a good time recording it. It was clearly the most fun we had had of the ones that we had recorded, the 5, 10, I can't remember.
We had 10.
10. And we thought that one was the one where we just had the most joy.
Yeah.
So we
Probably because of Brandon Lee.
No, it was booze. We were shit-faced. Yeah, enjoy these clips.
I like that they're all just like willy-nilly wandering around the crime scene.
Yeah.
And then they're arguing over her body, whether she should be moved from the crime scene. I don't want to toot my own horn, but I have several degrees. And
You have like 1,000 degrees.
one of them is in criminal justice, and that's not how we learned about preserving a crime scene.
Is it really? Did you learn how to talk in that voice?
Yes, we did. It disarms people immediately. It makes them wonder if they know where they're at and what they're doing, and should they tell the truth or should they lie.
Should you work on that? Because I feel unsettled, not disarmed.
It just comes naturally to us, those in the biz. Keep going. Let's move
Have
on.
you happened to notice that I've been like holding onto the table for dinner?
Like, why does she have a death grip on her table?
Trying to stay up.
Oh no!
I feel like I'm
that
doing
booster
really
seat
well.
is slippery.
I'm reading my notes so well.
This is an audio medium, but I wish you could see how intently you were looking at your notes. This is going to be great. Let's just keep going. Keep it moving.
We're going to keep it in. Oh, God. Back just popped like 20 times. I like barely moved.
And you're old.
Shut up.
Oh, shit. This is going to be like 3 hours.
I want to request your criminal justice voice like on occasion. Can I have that on demand?
Of course you can.
Okay, good. Not now.
Oh.
Okay, so a crow shows up, and just to avoid confusion, since it's called the Crow, and Eric becomes the Crow, and well, animal crow. It's actually not even a crow; it's a raven, because crows are like bitchy and they can't act for shit. So it's known. Are you checking scores?
I'm looking up that documentary, but also Miami's winning 10-3.
I don't care.
Oh, I'm so drunk. I'm like, Bob the Hat drug guy documentary.
Shit. God damn it. You spit my fucking wine. Fuck.
I've never.
My glasses. Ready to get your mind blown out your asshole.
Yeah, is it Tuesday?
He wants her to channel the spirit for him. And I think it's Samuel.
Yeah, she does.
Samuel.
Samuel?
It's Satan. It's Satan.
Oh, is this where they say something was thirded? It was the
Is that
book.
what they said?
Yes, I have it in quotes in my ear. The book was thirded.
Oh, like in Split into Threes?
Yeah, but thirded is not a
Cool.
word.
Oh, it is now. I'm going to use it all the time.
Thirded?
Yeah.
Say thirded and don't sound stupid.
Thirded.
You sound stupid.
Oh, man. Samuel, Satan is like, I want my shit back. I need you to get it for me.
Samuel, Satan.
Yeah, he's like, Tony. He and McMullet and Cassandra with a K trap the warlock Lucius in the attic.
Wait.
Yeah.
That's after he convinces them to put pennies in their mouth.
He's a prankster.
I would love at the end of this movie for Cassandra with the K to be like, thank God those pennies in the mouth worked. And McMullet was like, I was fucking with you. Those pennies did nothing.
That is fucking you every time you like convince me of something.
I wish you would be like, I thought it'd be funny if you guys put pennies in your mouth.
You almost went full Carol Baskets there.
The pennies do nothing. Because in my very accurate notes, I've got, he's throwing up fire.
Yeah.
It's just like he has a Team America moment with fire.
Yeah.
It's so ridiculous.
He sticks his whole fist down McMullet's throat, and usually you have to pay extra for that sort of thing. But
in The Untouchables, he was supposed to be
yes. Keep going, please.
Scottish.
No, he was not. He was supposed to be Irish.
I read that people from Ireland and people from Scotland don't
be
mind it
careful.
all when you mix their accents up. I read that in a book.
Well, this was fun while it lasted. How many episodes did we get to?
I'm sorry, Ireland, and I'm sorry, Scotland. I didn't mean any of that, and I know the other one's bad.
What? They don't hate each other. Stop creating.
Oh, they don't?
I don't know.
What am I apologizing for then?
You're going to create a war. I don't know what it was.
Sean Connery attacked that accent like it was a woman. Yeah, I said it. Why does he get, like, eventually Brad Pitt had to get an accent right in a movie. Eventually he got it right in Snatch. Eventually he got it right. He's hysterical in Inglourious Bastards. Yeah, those are two examples. Eventually he had to get an accent right.
How was it in Troy?
He got all of them right.
And brilliant, clever Kevin saves the day once again. He tricks the ogre by pretending to fix his bad back, and they chuck him in the ocean with his wife as well. And then they make off with the boat. What?
I think he's a climate change denier.
Who?
The ogre.
Just to be clear, are you talking about Peter Vaughn who plays him, or the actual ogre?
The ogre.
And why do you feel that way?
I don't know, but I think something happened in the movie that made me write down this ogre is a climate change.
What the fuck? I can't think of a single sign that would have pointed you towards that path.
I think it was something about pollution, maybe.
I don't think so.
The next clips we're going to give to you are from Seven, Ladyhawke, and Labyrinth. Ladyhawke and Labyrinth were one of the first ones we knew we were going to do. Not necessarily the first ones we recorded. Ooh, that tequila's hitting me.
Oh yeah, we just shot tequila
Sweet.
before we started.
But there were ones that we love so much. They're nostalgic movies for us. Anna, it probably has one of my favorite episode titles.
Which one? Oh, Labyrinth.
Labyrinth. Battle of the Bowie Bulge.
I think that, I don't know if it's Andy Morton. Hi, Andy Morton, by the way.
Hi, Andy.
Feel better soon.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's his favorite, but it's one that he had mentioned to me specifically. It was Battle of the Bowie Bulge.
So silly.
I was so proud of that title. Oh, yeah. I should say I come up with all the titles.
Yes. That episode also has a rare distinction of maybe 3 episodes of the 52 that we didn't drink during.
Oh, that's right. We were drinking tea.
I know. I think we were
Gross.
both sick, maybe.
Who knows? I think we were both trying to still be professional.
That's cute.
Aw.
We don't do that
We're
anymore.
younger then. Naive.
No. 7, we recorded on location in Kansas City. We were on a trip with Anna's daughter to see RuPaul's Drag Race.
Okay.
So enjoy, everybody.
Wait, did we already see him falling asleep? Somerset?
Maybe I didn't write it down.
Oh, I did, because I have a question.
Okay.
Who in the fuck sleeps upright in bed with the light fully on and uses a metronome to fall asleep?
I will tell you. People that are scared of the dark and people that have acid reflux
Metronome.
and people who like that sound.
Could he have like a water slowly dripping on his face all night? Could he just hire like a guy to stand by his bed all night, like rubbing 2 pieces of styrofoam together?
Could he have had just a cloud staring over him to make this even weirder?
You awake. Don't forget to turn over.
Your takes are so stupid.
Real dumb.
Victor is laying in bed not looking great and don't think he's going to make it.
No.
The scene where he's like, yeah, the SWAT guys did know that was going to happen. So when you see their reaction in their movie, that's real. It scared the shit out of them.
Him doing that looks exactly like what it looks like when I accidentally eat a black jelly bean. Like, happily eating at my back.
But the bishop,
Yes.
that prissy bitch, also falls in love with Isabeau.
Inappropriate.
Imperious, who gets his drink on, which we're not judgmental about around here, confesses to the bishop about Navarre and Isabeau's love for each other.
Not cool.
The bishop puts a curse on them both, where Isabeau is a hawk during the day, while Navarre is human, and at night, Navarre is a wolf, and Isabeau's Isabeau.
If he can't have her, no man would.
Right.
I get that. I'm like that with Girl Scout cookies.
You have a gigantic...
I am. I can't keep them in the house because I'll just eat the whole sleeves.
Oh my god.
And we see the only other female character in this entire
Who's a
thing.
bitch?
Well, I mean, she's kind of tricking in this. It confused Sarah into she shows her like what looks like basically her bedroom. And
She's
like,
super condescending. She's like, you want your panda slippers?
oh, that's fun. Oh, look at this. This is cute.
You want this?
And Sarah's like having none of it. She figures it out. She's like, I don't need this shit anymore. And she rejoins her friends, and then they're off to the gates of the Goblin City.
Okay.
So they get there. The gate immediately closes and turns into like a big axe-wielding robot thing.
As one does.
Yeah, sure. Anything can happen in Goblin City.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, except for age of consent.
Anything can happen.
One question that we were asked is anything too much? Have you cut out anything that was just completely inappropriate? Like what content hits the cutting room floor?
I'm so embarrassed.
And the answer is yes.
Oh, yes.
Now,
Almost always for me, Hannah.
right. Yeah.
So sorry.
Now, sometimes it's intentional because Anna will just throw some really inappropriate jokes at me to kind of lighten the mood. And we know we're not going to keep it in. And we know going into it, we're not going to keep them in. But then we listen to the episode and we do this dance called, Are We Sure We Can't Keep It?
It's true.
And then we play them for other people and they're quickly like, no, you can't.
No, you cannot. Anna, stop making jokes about deaf people.
Right.
Yeah, we just there's definitely been quite a few. That's what we kept in.
Right, right. So yes, we say real terrible things.
I'm so sorry.
One of them that I'm thinking of specifically is from one of the episodes we're getting ready to release some clips from, Step Brothers.
Oh yeah.
Anna had the most horrible jokes. I was laughing because it was funny. But I was also ashamed of myself.
In my defense,
Yeah.
they were really funny.
Yes, to us.
Yes. Can I tell any of them?
No.
Oh,
We've already been through this.
Not even 9/11?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, you can't tell a 9/11 joke.
Okay. All right.
So yeah, enjoy these clips from Step Brothers, Blade. Rawr.
Oh, when you were sick.
I was sick during Blade, but somehow...
You insisted on recording.
Am I going to let Wesley down? I don't think so. And Never Ending Story.
I thought they actually killed the horse. I thought that was like one of the...
That is an urban legend. The
Okay.
horse didn't actually. The horse was gifted to Noah Hathaway, who plays Atreyu, but because of the cost and the difficulty of getting it to where Noah was, it ended up going to like a horse ranch in Texas or something. The horse is fine.
They gave it to Noah as like a Veruca Salt type thing. Like, he's like, I want a horse. Not any horse. I want a drowned horse.
I think they're like, hey, Noah, as a parting gift, we're going to give you this horse. And he goes, oh, you mean from the scene that I almost died in? Like in real life? Artax, who's the horse, gives into the sadness and drowns. And Atreyu is super sad because Artax was his friend.
He's
and
in the
also,
swamp of sadness. It's where you're going to be sad there.
well, but also Atreyu has to walk.
It makes me sad.
So he's like, oh, Artax, I love you, I miss you. And also, you're my ride. So now I'm sad.
Oh, do you have any friends?
Atreyu sees we're not right.
No. I like to think he's talking into the orange, like, I need another horse. Yeah, this one didn't last. I don't care what no, I want a white one. I mean, if I have to pick, but you know.
Not a pony.
No, not a no.
But Falkor, the luck dragon, arrives and saves him. What?
Falkor. My God.
What?
I am going to tread very carefully with Falkor.
What's wrong with Falkor?
What's wrong with Falkor? In the context of the movie, great. He's totally fine. But if you just listen to the audio of him, not knowing what's going on, it sounds like CPS should probably be involved. Oh, yes.
Leaving so soon? Hmm?
I was just going to. I have to. I was trying to.
Sneak away.
Yeah. I mean, no.
I like children.
For breakfast?
You're on a quest.
How'd you know that?
You were unconscious. And you talked in your sleep. Could you get round and scratch behind my... Yeah. Oh. That's so good.
No.
Bastion takes a ride through Fantasia, and then he decides to get some revenge on those bullying bastards. First,
Like,
he takes...
I'm going to go, what's your first wish? I want to go give some bullies their just desserts.
No, his first wish was to fly through Fantasia on Falkor. His second wish was to go get some payback from those little bullying bitches.
Yeah, you should look at her with a serious face, be like, I'm not kidding, bitch, I'm going to kill him.
Falkor's like, okay.
Oh, what will you do with the bodies?
Falkor is not a perv.
You say so.
Which it becomes clear that part of the plot of the movie is that Blade is not going to kill people or suck people for food. He's got to have this serum so he can stay alive and then go kill more vampires.
I've never been in a position where I have to suck people for food, but thank God. I mean, I'll do it. But
Like, thank God. I've never had to do that.
I'll do it.
That reminds me of that stupid Meatloaf song. I'll do anything for love, but I won't do that.
I'll do anything for love, but I might do that. Let's talk. They introduce themselves, and Dale says he wants to be called Dragon. And Brennan says he wants to be called Nighthawk. Do you want me to call you something?
I want you to call me Butt Goblin.
Butt Goblin?
Yeah.
That I can do.
I wasn't prepared. What about you?
Can you call me Knob Gobbler?
Welcome to the stage, Butt Goblin and Knob Gobbler.
Yeah, we're very vaudeville. Butt Goblin and Knob Gobbler.
You see?
Bring our boys back home from... It's so fucking stupid.
Where
the
are
boys
we?
sleepwalk, and it's just utter destruction from them.
I feel very attacked by this sleepwalking scene.
It's because you sleepwalk.
Yes.
Do you still sleepwalk?
Every once in a while. And I always know it'll happen, that it's happened, because Ty will come in like the next morning and he'll be like, how'd you sleep last night?
Oh, fuck.
And I'll be like, fine. And he goes, I wasn't sure because there's a bag of dry pasta noodles on the counter that looked like somebody ate them like chips. And I have absolutely no recollection of that.
Yeah, I'm so fucking drunk right now. You can tell me this in an hour and I won't have any recollection of it.
Anna,
Yes.
can we talk about trivia?
Oh, I would love that.
Yeah. So one of the fun things about being the pro is that you get to look up trivia for the episode.
I think early on we might have both looked up trivia.
Early on we did so. Early
I don't
on,
even remember.
going back and getting ready for this clip show, there were a lot of things that stood out, and not all of them great. We were terrible about actually being the con.
Oh, yeah.
The con said good stuff about the movies all the time.
And sometimes the pro said bad stuff about
Right.
it. Well, we can still do that now, but it really felt, yeah, that's why we had to introduce the big red button.
Yes.
We just, yeah, it became pretty clear that there's a few things that became pretty clear, but that was one of them that we needed to have
needed some
clear
structure.
lines developed, or, we needed some structure.
So somebody asked us how long it takes to do your notes. How long does it take to get the trivia together?
Mm-hmm.
And the answer is a lot. It takes a while.
There's a documentary on HBO about South Park called 6 Days to Air.
Oh, yeah. Great.
And I don't know if you guys know this, but basically South Park, who's been on, it's been on decades, every single episode since they've started, they come up with the everything in a week. So they come up with the idea for the episode, writing it, animating it, everything within a 6-day period. It's really, really incredible. That is exactly what we do.
Right.
No, I mean, we knew what movies we're going to have beforehand, but typically, because of jobs and family and things like that, it's not a scramble to the finish, but
Some days it is.
it really is.
Some weeks it is.
Oh, this one, in fact.
Right, yeah.
But it works for us, so let's just keep, and we haven't, like I said, we haven't missed a week, so.
So when we're doing all of those things within a week, what I do is I look at trivia first, I watch the movie, and then I watch the movie again while reading trivia and putting the trivia in my notes where I want it to go.
It's probably easier now that you're not writing it in your weirdo John Doe books.
In my diary.
Dear diary.
Dear diary.
It's just a lot of people deserve to die.
Do I have a list? Yes.
I wish I could get these thoughts out of my head.
So that's my process. It takes a while.
It is definitely a little bit harder as the pro, for sure. I like taking the con anyway. I think I might like those because I like attacking quite a bit.
Yeah, you do.
But I do like trying to trap you into
A button push.
a button push. Yeah. It's hard. I really have to do some serious, like, gymnastics.
Well, I would say, though, I watch every movie at least twice. Usually when I'm the pro, I only have to watch it twice. If I'm watching something a third time, it's because I'm the con and I don't have anything. I'm just trying, like with Black Dynamite, I'm just trying to pull something out.
We've said it before, but it's totally true. It is not unusual for us to watch a movie and then halfway through or somewhere through go, oh, fuck, I'm supposed to be taking notes.
Right.
Because these are movies that we love, and sometimes we haven't seen them in decades. So it really is so much fun to just watch the movies. But then we're like, good God, we have a job to do.
The next 3 episodes that we're pulling clips from are The Ref, Steel Magnolias, and Tombstone. Steel Magnolias, I think, had my favorite trivia that I found.
That was crazy.
Wasn't that nuts?
It really was. I mean, whenever I seem in an episode to be like stunned or like, whatever, that is sincere. We're always sincere. That's for
It's
sure.
too much to explain now. Go back and listen to the episode. You know you want to. It is one of our earlier ones, so.
Sorry.
Because you're on this journey with us.
Come a long way. We're like, what are those cigarettes? The really long, skitty, bullshitty ones.
You mean the one that you had when we were just at that charity event last week? You crazy
Oh.
hooker.
Living my best fucking life.
Anna was in a tux. She had a top hat.
I never worn a tux before, and I was fucking feeling it. It was because of the cigarette holder. So for whatever reason, I went transatlantic like the whole night.
Yeah, you did.
It was a lot of, I don't know what's coming up next, doll.
She's
But I'm
stayed in
enjoying the
character.
whole thing.
You loved doing trivia for Tombstone.
I did. Mm-hmm. Well, what are we doing? Which ones are we doing? Did you already say? I'm sorry, I'm drinking a gallon of
Oh my
Calamocho.
God. I already said The Ref, Steel Magnolias, and Tombstone.
Oh, yeah.
I even tied the trivia into the ones where... Jesus, I'm a professional.
I stopped listening.
All right, that's fair. Okay, well, enjoy. People that are listening. Anna, what happened when we were leaving our favorite Mexican restaurant and you were trying to wish them Merry Christmas?
I was
What'd you
trying
say?
to be festive in a different language.
Did you say Feliz Navidad?
I did not.
What'd you say?
Feliz cumpleaños. It's Jesus' birthday.
I know.
Somebody is definitely celebrating their cumpleaños, and I say feliz.
Hey, you know what? I think that guy felt even better because he was like, oh, she's calling me Jesus.
Oh, man. Because we can't.
Mhm.
Otherwise, we're never going to be able to cover any
We'll never be able to do any movies
Oh my
or
God.
music.
Every single movie's going to have a disclaimer besides our normal disclaimers of, Anna's going to spoil a 30-year-old TV series. Was it 30 years
Or
ago?
we're going to be drunk.
Or we're going to be drunk.
Right. These are the top 10 movies of 1994. Number one and number 2 are gems.
Yeah?
Lion King and Forrest Gump.
Hey, I have something to say about The Lion King.
Are you going to shit on the Lion King?
The uncle killed the father.
You cannot help spoiling things.
She's like, Mom, are you going to get a terrible haircut? Because I'd like a terrible haircut.
I don't understand what happens with the haircut.
That haircut alone should sink this movie.
Absolutely not.
It is. I don't even know what she was going for. At one point, when she gets the haircut, she starts crying about the haircut, and I'm like, "Girl, I know. I'm crying with you about your haircut."
I don't think that was in the script. I think Julia Roberts saw her hair and she's like, I will never fucking act again.
Yeah, I
Great.
will never. She's like the Tiger King. Like, I will never financially recover from this.
I think that was very spontaneous crying. Like, great.
Oh shit!
I'm screwed.
What have I done,
Right.
Liam?
Take me back. Liam.
Look what I've done.
You got to talk about a cuppa.
Oh my god!
I can't believe we forgot that.
How did I forget that? A cuppa.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Mhm.
Yeah, they're exchanging.
As a chef,
yeah, she's exchanging
Explain what
recipes.
this is.
Katie, Katrina, Miss Porter, if you're nasty. I traffic in sugar every day as a pastry chef, And I was repulsed. That was it, a cup of flour, a cup of sugar, a cup of fruit cocktail with the
the
syrup.
juice.
And you just bake it at 350 until it's golden bubbly. And then she's like, that sounds rich. And I'm like, that sounds disgusting. And she's like, oh no, I cut the richness with ice cream.
I'm like, that sounds pretty good.
Jesus Christ. Like, yeah, it hurt my teeth to like watch that scene. That's very sad.
It's very sad. Do you feel like an asshole now?
Oh, definitely not.
Oh.
No, I turned off that part of my brain years ago. There is one scene besides, and it's when it's right after they pulled the life support, and she kind of solemnly tells Jackson that he's going to have to go get her pink suit.
Yeah.
And it was just, I couldn't handle it because I'm pretty sure she's talking about the pink suit that she went
Right.
after she got married.
Yeah.
And I thought, what a way to bring all of that back, the pink back from the beginning. Could she give her he should have.
You better say it. You're in it.
she should have been like, Jackson, I need you to go get her pink suit and also a wig because this hair looks stupid.
Malin would never say that.
And she'd be like, and I want it up.
Right.
Like I said in the beginning,
Yes.
it looks better in the veil.
Right. She's like, you call a funeral home. You get her suit. You
get a wig.
Oh.
And Curly Bill Brocious, played by Powers Booth. And if that isn't the most badass fucking name you've ever heard, I'm gonna call you a liar.
It's not, actually.
Really? What beats Powers Booth?
Carrot Top.
You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and disagree with you on this one.
Anna Serene. That's the coolest name ever.
Oh,
Yeah. Serene.
more than Powers Booth.
Yeah.
I can see it in your lying, filthy whore face.
Uh-uh.
It's getting worse.
My eyes are watering.
How that lying is leaking out your eyes. What's next?
Okay. One question we had. Do we ever worry a movie will be too obscure?
Oh, I've gotten that question a bunch.
Yeah.
We've definitely heard some kind of variant of that question a lot. Usually it's like, I don't know what the fuck this movie is. How did you watch this?
Right. We get that. I get that a lot from my spouse. When I'm taking my notes, he's like, what the hell are you doing that movie for?
Buzzkill.
And then I think, did I make a right decision?
Yes, you did.
Right. But also don't ask that fucking question anymore.
Ever. Yeah, we've talked about it before, I think, but we were the latchkey generation. We were inside a lot. You were more of a sporty spice than I was, but we were inside kids for sure. So we did see a lot of, and we had, like all the premium shit. We had HBO,
Showtime, Skinamax,
and USA up all night. We had access to TV quite a lot and movies and stuff like that. So we had just a couple family members that worked for Blockbuster. So
I know the listeners are going to be shocked that the person who didn't know that there was such a thing as Monday Night Football wasn't sporty.
oh yeah, I've learned so much. I think I'm telling you right now, the most I thought for sure you were lying to me because it blew my mind about sports was I really didn't know that holiday bowls weren't played
In the summer?
throughout the year. It makes sense now.
Right. Since we talked about it, it's okay.
Yeah. It just, I was like, really? All of them compact? I thought I remember holiday bowls during, I don't know,
St. Patty's Day.
4th of July. I don't know. I didn't know. I did not know that. Can I talk about a different podcast?
Yeah.
I just reminded me that talking about Blockbuster, we are really fond of another podcast. We're both movie podcasts,
Right.
but there's one called No More Late Fees.
Yes. Oh, yes.
we really love them.
Mm-hmm.
Those ladies are a couple of dolls.
They are. They're funny. They're sweet.
Yeah, but they're ex Blockbuster employees.
Yeah, give them a listen. They're great.
Yes, please.
So, do we ever worry that movies are too obscure? The thing is, we pick movies that we both love. We also want to do movies that we think people might actually be interested in hearing about.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't want, quite frankly, we have to do something that we love, and so we don't really want that to get in the way. So occasionally we do a movie that we're like, there's absolutely no way that people are going to listen to this. Like one of the movies from this section, Care Bears 2.
And just so we're clear, just to be clear,
Mm-hmm.
we really legitimately love this movie. This was a movie we watched a lot. So like the He-Man and She-Ra and the Care Bears and all the pirate movie and all those kind of more obscure ones, we legitimately love these movies.
Yeah.
We watched them multiple times. Yeah. So we thought even if people didn't see it, even if they don't want to watch this movie before they watch or listen to our episode, we're like, it's going to be silly.
Yeah, hopefully you just enjoy how much we enjoy it. We try to sprinkle some trivia in those, from what we can find. We enjoyed them for different reasons when they first came out. Now we enjoy them drunk.
Yeah.
I think we might have mentioned that one night we did a drinking game to Scarface. And we got so hammered that right after that we needed a palate cleanser. And we watched Care Bears. And we were just sitting on this was like 20 plus years ago.
Yeah, and if you haven't seen Care Bears 2, I can go ahead and clear it up for you. Nobody gets killed with a chainsaw in a shower like they do in Scarface.
Exactly. And there's very little cocaine.
And there's plenty of opportunities for that to have happened in that movie.
Sunshine Bear, I don't know. I think Sunshine Bear isn't that sunny naturally, but that's okay. That's up to him. That's his journey.
Yeah, just don't cross them.
No. So the movies that we're going to do some clips from are Bridesmaids, which is one of the movies we probably quote the most to each other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Step Brothers. Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Grinch, Care Bears, and Suicide Squad.
Okay. Funny you should say that because they go to the right after like doing the workout with Rodney, they go to a diner and they're eating like French fries and shit.
Yeah.
And can I tell you that there was a time when I was like in my early 20s that my friend Lee and we had gone to go like, I might use run in quotes, but like we had gone to go run outside and we were going to do like a 4 mile like walk run thing. And we were so incredibly proud of ourselves. So we treated ourselves.
Wait, let me guess.
For doing that 4 mile like walk run.
Can I guess with what? Cheese sticks from Bosselman's?
No. Cigarettes and McDonald's.
So Annie's making this cupcake, and yes, is it a cupcake singular? Yes. Does that make sense? You know what? Okay, here's why I think it makes sense. Waste not, want not.
Uh-huh.
We have a problem with people having food insecurity in this country, and she's not going to waste a bunch of food that she's clearly not going to eat because she weighs 95 pounds.
What a crock of shit. Did you even believe that when it was coming out of your mouth?
Yes.
Absolutely fucking not. If somebody is a baker, okay, I'm going to go ahead and put on my professional pants.
Hey, I have a request.
Yes.
You remember when I had my criminal justice voice?
Yes.
Can you have a baker voice?
Oh, my baker
Something
voice
that
would
sounds
be,
like sugar.
I personally know a little something about, this is very Southern. Nobody, and I mean nobody, makes one cupcake. That's a ridiculous notion. Nobody absolutely would ever do such a thing. If you were somebody that loves to bake, if you love for people to eat your baked goods and that you would have a bakery, you would absolutely want to bake more than one cupcake. That's selfish. You can't keep your talent inside and only bake for yourself. That would never, ever happen. Not never. An elaborate fondant flour? Really? Really? And she even eats it. Can you imagine such a thing? That would not happen. Absolutely not. And I
You're more upset about this
It's
than Ukraine.
compulsive. You can't help it. You know why? Because chefs in their soul, in their being, are narcissists, and you want everybody to constantly heap praise on you, and that comes from cupcakes.
I have never, in your 43 old years, seen you get so fired up about something.
I'm sweating.
You are.
I'm sweating. Okay, you should see me when I was typing. I was furiously typing on my keyboard.
I can't wait to see all the typos in that.
No, there's only like a few. And it's like, one cupcake? One question mark, exclamation point.
You just put
No.
the caps lock on.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Can you see my page?
No, I'm just assuming. It was a beautiful cupcake.
It was a beautiful cupcake, but also nobody eats fondant unless they have to.
Oh, you know how I feel about fondant.
Nobody would do a cupcake like that unless they were like practicing their art for some reason. And it's clear that that's not what she wants. She's not trying to practice. Like it's she's been embittered by like her, what she would perceive
She's
as a failure.
unhappy.
What?
She's unhappy.
You don't solve unhappiness with fondant. What do they mean running away from a problem never solved anything? I've run away from problems a bunch of times, and to my knowledge, it has always worked.
It does not.
Every time.
No. And Anna, you don't run away from problems, you run towards sugar. There are so many good lines in this. Peacemaker says, starfish is slang for butthole. Is there a connection?
Yes. Like Katrina Porter wants Idris Elba to play with her butthole.
Do not. Exit only.
Yeah, we're not millennials.
Did you say millennials?
Goddamn mouth away from my butthole.
These crazy kids will do anything.
God, this is the eatinest, assinest generation I've ever seen. What's next?
Okay, the next movies we're going to get some clippy lippies from. Clippy lippies?
Clippy pippies.
Clip lips. Clip pips.
Clip pips.
Clip pips. Spaceballs.
Yay!
Lost Boys.
Yay!
And Thor. Ragnarok.
Yay!
Yeah. One of the things that I found is a consistent challenge is when we do a spoof. It is hard to be the con on a spoof because our takes, let's be honest, are mostly dumb anyway. But when you're trying to come up with cons for a movie that's kind of conning itself, it gets real dumb. Lost Boys was the first episode we recorded.
It sure was.
And yes, were we basically had the movie on in the background and we were basically giving it a synopsis?
Yep.
Yes. But obviously I love it because it's our first episode and it's in no way my favorite one, but it's probably the one that I have the, biggest warm fuzzy feelings because when we were finished with it, when we finished recording it, we kind of looked at each other and we're like, maybe we can do this.
Yeah. Yeah, it was really exciting. It was a very exciting moment. It really was.
It was. And then we went and had dinner and drinks and came back to record another episode. And we were kind of drunk and then we're like, can we do this?
No.
Right. That we learned what we shouldn't do.
That was a scrapped episode.
Yes, it was. I don't remember what it was.
Who knows?
It
Who
doesn't
cares?
matter.
It's gone. Bye-bye.
Bye. You had a few legitimate cons, if I remember correctly,
For which one?
for Thor Ragnarok.
And that one we fought hard. I mean, I know we, at the beginning we were just doing, like whoever can shout pro first, which was silly. That one we had negotiations for because I love that movie. I throw a party almost every year. I can't do it. I haven't done it in the last bit because of COVID.
Stupid COVID.
But I do a midsummer party.
Not like the movie.
No.
No one dies.
Almost never do I do a sacrifice.
Never. One thing we did later figure out is that it really doesn't make sense for me to do the comic movies as the pro.
Right. Well, I mean, and like I was saying, I showed Thor Ragnarok at one of those movies. I really, really, really love it. Yeah, that one was a tough one to give up, and I think I got like 2 movies for that one or something. It was crazy. Well, enjoy. And Dot Matrix, who is voiced by Joan Rivers.
R.I.P.
Yeah, R.I.P.
Wait, this movie's cursed. Boo.
Just 2 people, right?
No, like 5.
What? Oh, I'm sorry. Who else besides John Candy and Joan Rivers?
Well, isn't Bill Pullman dead?
No.
Oh, that's Bill Paxton. I love that the 2 low-rent stormtroopers just happen to be the same size as John Candy and Bill Pullman, R.I.P.
Yeah. But he's not dead. Stop. Wait. Or was that for John Candy, R.I.P.? Or Bill Pullman's not dead.
Lots of death in this movie.
Bill Pullman and Bill Paxton are 2 separate people.
Prove it.
Any guesses as to how many times they say his name?
107.
Holy shit, you're really close.
What?
114 times. 114 times.
I think it's said 110 times in the cave scene.
Poor guy.
What's Michael like stoned?
Everybody knows. Everybody knows I'm high. Oh shit, did I say that out loud? Somebody say my name a bunch of times. Oh, I'm so fucking hungry. God, I smell of Chinese food. Because whenever we've seen someone from like an aerial view in this movie, they get killed.
Yeah.
But they don't kill him.
No, what do they do instead?
They throw a bat kite at him.
A bat kite?
He doesn't look amused at all.
No.
Wait, where did they get a kite?
They went shopping on the boardwalk.
For a kite?
Yeah, I think they very specifically...
Wait, they were shopping specifically for a bat kite, or they just like, they're walking along and just checking things out, looking for new recruits, probably, like the Mormons. And one of them is, Marco is like, guys, oh my God, guys, look what I found. And David's like, oh my God, get it.
Dad is going
You
to love
have
this.
to. It's going to be hilarious.
Not right away.
No.
It's going to be a slow burn.
No, he'll get it. He won't think it's funny at first, but he'll get it. Well, while the boys fucking bat kite. I actually kind of like the idea more of them shopping specifically for a bat kite. They're like, let's go fuck with Dad. Let's throw something at him.
Guys, over here, bat kite?
What about a kite? Because it'll fly really well.
Right, like we do.
And it'll go right at his feet. And he's going to be like, oh.
She breaks the menorah. And because Loki is a dumbass,
Wait, did you just call it the menorah?
Mirror.
Okay, so one question we get asked, and I like to think that people are just curious that they're not asking it with a judgmental tone, is how much do we actually drink?
Oh,
in these episodes.
Yeah, it was kind of are you really that drunk?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to say,
yeah,
when we record, we definitely know that we sound a little slurry, like we're going to be sounding a little bit slurry. It's not like meant on purpose. We've just made peace with it. It's not until we listen to the episodes that I'll give a text to Katrina and be like, uh-oh. We were fucking hammered. Or, like we are surprisingly sober,
And I'm
Ish.
always surprised because typically we go to Acapulco. That's the restaurant we like to go to. Mm-hmm. We typically have one drink that really very rarely ever deviates.
It's huge, though.
I know it's huge, but it's always the same.
Not mine. I guess mine's evolved.
Yes, but mine, I don't like change. I don't do that.
You do not.
Mm-mm.
Katrina hates change.
I do, unless it's positive change. And I'm encouraging other people to do it.
Like to change the world?
Or habits. So I'm always surprised because my recipe doesn't really change. When I get that text from Anna, uh-oh,
Yeah. Sometimes you don't eat before, and that gets you in trouble.
Yeah.
I mean, yes. So the answer is yes, we really, really do. We do get in the cups pretty hard. I've got a bottle of tequila, and this looks like a 32-ounce cup of Calamocho because I was lazy and I didn't want to get more.
That's fine.
Yes, I'm sorry. I know some of them we've been really, really slurry, and it might have been obnoxious. I'm really sorry.
Oh, going back and getting the clips,
Oh my god.
listening to Twister, listening to Practical Magic.
What was the one we just recently did that we were absolutely annihilated in?
I think it was The Last Boy Scout.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's probably it.
I was gonzo in Time Bandits.
Yeah, you were.
I don't know what happened.
I was shocked by that. I didn't know in the moment.
The
That
words were difficult.
Yeah, I had to edit out a lot of mumble mouth stuff from both of us in that one.
Well, since we're making fun of me,
Both of us.
let's make fun of you for a second.
Oh no.
Because the 3 movies we're going to release some clips from are Goonies, which everyone loves, Practical Magic, which we talked about that being one of our drunk ones, Twister, which we talked about that being one of our drunk ones. Anna,
Yes.
anything else you want to say about Practical Magic? I'm just going to sit back and take a sip. Try not to cry.
Oh, fuck you. I hope you choke. I don't, though. Especially considering what I'm about to say. Here's the deal. You should probably not take almost anything I say seriously. It's amazing going back and listening to some of the things where I'm like, I don't think sarcasm came across, but I swear to God, I wasn't serious. I'm very rarely serious. One of those things is that I've had my tear ducts removed and, or I've had medical intervention to not be able to cry or feel feelings. And that is definitely not the case. I'm a weepy little baby child. And Katrina,
You're very sentimental.
I am very cinnamon, whatever you said.
I don't know.
Cinnamon toast. And Katrina and I are very, very close. We could not have done this podcast with anybody else. We absolutely love each other. That's just a fact. And for whatever reason, that movie just hit me really, really hard. It was that connection of these two sisters and the thought of them not being with each other and, how difficult it was. And I truly had looked down at my notes. I think I cut all this out.
You could, yeah.
I had looked down at my notes and to where the part where Jillian and, not Sam, what's her name? Sally. When Jillian and Sally were holding hands and she was like, you can't go. We're supposed to die together. And I stopped taking notes and I was in the middle of telling a joke and I was hammered. And I looked down and I realized I had stopped taking notes because I was like, Katrina and I are supposed to die together. And I was inconsolable. I mean, we listened to it the other day because I still had it.
I won't listen to it.
Oh, you won't listen to it?
No.
Okay, so I listened to it the other day, and it really was. I mean, it was a good 10 minutes. I ended up having to cut out because I was weepy.
Yeah.
I was just a mess. I could not get through a single thing. I was a mess.
I cry very easily.
Yes, you do.
and that's an occupational hazard when you're a therapist. Like, I have very sympathetic tear ducts. Very few things get me emotional more than Anna and our relationship. And, yeah, so I don't,
that one really got me.
yeah.
So there you go. Mm-hmm. There's the one time that I actually couldn't control it.
Well, I hope you keep that in mind when you're listening to this section.
Enjoy, I guess. Shut up. The map is in Spanish.
Yeah.
All of the Spanish rhymes in English.
Mm-hmm. Not cool.
But it doesn't make sense for people in 1632 to make a map in their native language that would just happen to rhyme in English.
It would make sense if you understood that this is pirate Spanish.
Pirate Spanish.
Mhm.
Well, how does that differ from regular Spanish?
It rhymes.
In English? So pirates also speak English. Spanish pirates also speak English.
Yes, but it's pirate English. If it was me,
Yes.
in this instance, I probably would have gone the Robert Durst route and cut him up and threw him in the ocean.
With newspapers with your own address on it?
Well, I'm not a fucking idiot.
Can I tell you my favorite part of the whole thing? When he's talking about cutting up Morris Black, he's like,
Now Morris had tools. He had saws and axes, a giant axe. I don't think he had a bow saw. Anyway,
did I have a bow saw? Anyway. That I gotta be honest, that pancake rant did me in. Okay,
No, don't go back there. That's in the past. We don't talk about pancakes anymore. Stay with me. Jillian, stay with me. Stay with me. You have been possessed by a pancake. It needs to be almost said circumcised. Not circumcised. You know,
No. Exercise?
exorcism. Just different than circumcision. Okay, words sound the same. So they're trying to cast Jimmy Angelov out, and it's not working. And Sally decides tequila is a good idea, and I totally agree with her.
Who doesn't?
I know if I'm going to try to get rid of an asshole, tequila.
I'm trying that right now.
I know.
Oh.
Wait, am I the asshole? Definitely in the 90s, people were not as open to therapy and therapists as they are now, and it's still not great now, but definitely 25 years ago.
How does that make that better, though?
It doesn't make it better. It means it makes it true to the time.
Sure, but you're acting like they were not being disrespectful to the therapy profession. You know, theropathy, and that's what it's called. I don't know if you know, but they were acting like they weren't being respectful to theropathy.
Hey, Casamigos, 5 minutes ago I said, wait, he's embarrassed about her being a therapist? Don't like that.
I don't think you said that.
Joe's like, hey, how'd you guys meet? Like at the weather station?
Yeah.
And he's like, no, she's a therapist. He seemed really embarrassed that she was a therapist.
Yeah. I was ignoring you at the time.
Do you know what's better than doing something once? Doing something twice. Stick around for part 2.